Hi everybody, today is August 29th, and today I was gonna make a video about paying attention to like messages or I don't want to say signs, but I guess that's kind of what I mean. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm going to make a video today about how I started paying attention to messages and signs being sent my way around me that I'm not usually good at doing. So, first let me kind of preface this by saying that I have a connection with certain animals. With the help of my new doctor of sorts, not like regular doctor, I've sort of done some research on like when you have an attraction to an animal or animals, or are drawn to an animal for whatever reason, why that might be, or kind of like totem animals or animal guides or spirit guides. Like, I don't mean to sound kooky, but anyway, I speak bird. Let me use that as an example. I speak bird. So when I was in Mexico, there was a pelican that was on the beach sitting there trying to take a nap, and people were going by him and bugging him, and he would like jump and whatever. So I go up and he sits still, and I sit right next to him, and I'm like, hey, you can sleep, it's okay, I'll stay here and make sure nobody bugs you. So the pelican went to sleep, and I was petting him. Wild pelican, by the way. And I do that with geese here, crows, like, I don't know, I understand them, I guess, or they understand me, or I don't really know what it is. But anyway, that's an example. So obviously those animals, birds, crows, whatever you want to say, have some importance to me. And so we discovered that the animal I am like allied, as my ally right now, is a fox, like a red fox. And which is funny because I never really even thought about that, but when I looked it up and like researched it, it was its like principles were exactly what I needed to think about right then, such as like removing yourself from a situation, or I mean, look it up, you'll see what I mean. And so recently, like the last week or so since I got back from Mexico, like now I think back on it, I notice it, that there was birds all around me all the time, everywhere. Like I was doing this Zumba thing on Tuesday where I had to get up in front of a very large number of people and perform my choreography on a stage, and I was really nervous. And right before I went up on that little, it was like in a park, so it was a gazebo stage thing, like where a band would play. So right before I went to get up on that stage, this large number of crows flew into a tree right behind the gazebo and just stayed there. I saw them come in, I saw them land, and they stayed as long as I did. Then, okay, so what day is today? Wednesday. On Monday, so that was last week, Tuesday. Then a couple days ago, then birds, you know, around and whatever last week and stuff. And on Monday, I was walking on the sidewalk just by my house to get the mail, and I turned around, and there's like 6 or 8 crows walking down the sidewalk behind me, like my little entourage, like just do-do-do, like walking. They weren't flying, they were walking. And I was like, hey guys, how's it going? So I've got the pelican thing in Mexico, the crows again. Also, I noticed several small birds landing on my patio, which I'm actually looking at right now. So that's why my eyes are going that way, is because I see the patio. That's where they were. And they stayed for a very long time, like they were sparrows or something. So what I should have done was gone, this is out of the ordinary. Why might that be? But it didn't, obviously it wasn't obvious enough for me. And so I guess I needed an extra, like, nudge to realize that, hey, these are messages. So I was at the dog park with my dog, and my mom was there, and she knows about the whole fox thing, because she was there when I was researching it. And in walks this man with a little dog. I mean, little by the standard of some of the other ones, and there was, like, Great Danes and stuff. His dog was, like, maybe that tall or so. You know, like a dog, normal-sized dog, bigger than Abigail, but, and it looked exactly like a fox. Like, it was red, had the pointy ears, the tail was a little different, but I mean, it looked very fox-like. So in comes this man with this fox dog, and the dog walks up to other dogs and kind of like not aggressive, like, but just, like, if they tried to sniff the dog, it would be, like, kind of guarded. And then, so, like, this lady walks up to it and tries to pet it, and it's like, arf, 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 it's, like, barking at her and stuff. And then, so the dog proceeds to walk up to everybody in there. There was, like, I don't know, like, right around us, there was, like, 5 or 6 humans, including my mom and me. So that dog walked up to everyone and barked, and then came and sat down on my foot. On my foot. Like, its butt was on my foot, and I was wearing flip-flops, so I was like, and then the owner comes up and goes, wow, he never does that. And I was like, you don't say. But all of a sudden, I was like, okay, I hear you now. It was like, I didn't know, I was like, something's going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I need to prepare myself, I need to build a wall around myself, whatever, insulate myself. And so, that happened before the crows on the sidewalk, so, because I told it out of order, sorry. That happened, I think, Saturday? No, Friday. That happened on Friday. And, so, I'm, like, thinking, okay, something's gonna happen, something difficult or unpleasant. I need to insulate myself and, like, prepare and whatever. But the problem was I didn't know what was coming or where it was gonna come from. So I was, like, on guard very much all that time, because I didn't know. I was like, someone's gonna hurt me. Who is it? Because that's what the foxes are kind of about. So as soon as that dog sat on my foot, I was like, okay. So Saturday comes, I spend the day with... Never mind. So Saturday came, and I did something that day that was fun, like all day with somebody. And then there's a soccer game that night. We went to the Timbers game. After the and I was just not feeling good, like, emotion-wise, or whatever. And so I get home from the soccer game, and I'm just like, I need to go take a shower. I need to, like, chill out a little bit. So I go take a shower, I come down, I get on Facebook, and I find a really unpleasant message. And I thought, okay, this is it. This is what was coming, and what I was preparing for. So fortunately, I'd had kind of a little bit of a guard around me. So I kind of was able to look at it, like, from a step removed a little. However, the person that sent me the message was the person I had just spent the day with, and no, it wasn't Corky. So I was kind of caught off guard by that, because I had just spent the whole day with this person, and they couldn't have said something to my face when we were together in a nice way. Like, I don't know, I mean, that's a topic for another video. But, needless to say, I didn't pay attention soon enough to create a stronger wall around myself so that I wouldn't get hurt by people and things and stuff like that. So if you have an animal like this, or more than one, and they're around you, pay attention. Pay attention to the world, because they being whoever, try to tell you things and prepare you, and you have to listen, or else you get caught off guard. Alright, well, that's it. So, have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.